Alright, hello everybody. I am getting my bag set here for hole number 2 of the Masters tournament. I'm definitely going to go with something with a little bit more distance. I'm a little worried. So we were just on this third tee box. And I don't know what they're going to do with the wind, but distance might be an issue because I'm just thinking of how it just was set up, and with a berserker on, I felt like, I didn't have, so I'm giving up 14 yards here if I'm going to switch over to rock. I'm hesitant to go to quarterback because of, the loss of 8 yards. So you can see these, but I'm a little worried about, especially not knowing what the wind is. But let's just jump in here and see what it looks like. Let's see if I can't figure out distance-wise for you guys. Either way, between rock and quarterback, not the end of the world, other than, the whole power aspect is going to be the biggest thing. But accuracy-wise, you're looking at the same club, same kind of win per ring that you're going to play, right around 1 per ring. Now you're going to need to, especially in Masters, you're going to have to think about either doing an over adjustment on that or, figuring out your curl more than anything, because the way that the balls are going to bounce are going to be much more, it's going to change your ball guide a lot in Masters, especially on this course. And it looks like he brought rock, and so we both have rock here. A nice side spin ball is going to be a really nice thing here. I am going to recommend, especially if you can't put too much backspin, that you kind of make sure that the second hop is going to be away from the bunker. So what I'm going to try to do more than anything is try to set up a little bit left of the fairway. And you can see what this guy's doing here. It was about a 10 ring adjustment, but he kind of did it very fast, landing very centered in the fairway. And this is kind of what I want to avoid, is I want to avoid having this rough and bunker in play. So you're going to see me land a little bit more left of center to kind of cut that angle out. So my target line is going to be on this half of the fairway. And there you can see, not to mention, I'm going to do this with more backspin than he did. So here you're going to see there's 4. And I'm going to put maybe, and I'm actually starting to get into power here, so I'm a little worried about that. But we'll see. Yeah, that could be a problem. But you see what I'm trying to do here is make that, and that wasn't really the proper adjustment. I was kind of rushing a bit, but you can see the way that I just played that there, more than anything, the best thing that it did was the second hop is over the rough, over the bunker, and the only problem is I was more towards max distance. So, anything that you can do to get that, and that's why you saw me also probably do a little bit of an over adjustment, because I was into max distance. So I probably went 13, 14 rings. I think I also great balled it to the right, so that didn't help my case much. It would have been a better shot had I not great balled it right. Because that would have put me at least a yard over to the left for the land, and possible chance that I would have took the slope there, because ideally, if you saw my shootout, and I'm sure we'll get this in shootout a couple more times, so I'll be able to kind of hone in on the adjustment a little bit. But the best tip that I can give you is kind of what you just saw me do. And I'm glad we're getting to this hole in a shootout, because I really wanted to at least see the way the distance is set up. So this is going to be a good thing, just to be able to visually see. And keep in mind, anything that you did in Tour 11 is going to be changed just a little bit. So here you're going to see this guy go long. If you try playing a Tour 11 shot, for example, the ball from another tee box back is going to bounce a little bit harder. You probably need to make an adjustment. So if you usually land, say, here and use 2 backspin, well, it might not be two backspin anymore. It's probably 3 backspin at that same location. So keep that in mind. Here, I'm going to land just a little bit farther back than usual and kind of do 2 backspin somewhere in there. Let's try that. Not terrible. Oh no, that's pretty good. That's good. But it is going to cut in front of the hole. So if you want to give yourself a good chance to make that, you're going to need to get it a little bit more in the neck usually. Not use so much of the slope, and kind of cut the angle, get it over to the left more than that, which is what I typically try to do. I just wasn't able to do there. But there you can see, but I am glad to, just see where rock sets up there. I'm assuming they can't put it in the face for the tournament. But, well, I don't know. We'll see. I'm assuming they do test runs before they actually set these wind conditions, so I would imagine the wind that we just saw is probably going to be very similar to the tournament wind, because I think they're going to kind of up the difficulty level and point it to the right just because it's away from the hole, and you'll have to do kind of a tough, tricky adjustment going that way. But more than anything, putting the wind in the face is going to make it a little bit too unfair, because you probably have to go like full power on a driver. So I'm assuming that we'll probably be having a very similar wind to what we just saw there. So that might be a little bit of preview, but we'll see. Good luck with that second hole. Hopefully you can at least, take some of the strategies that I'm giving you for how to at least, avoid disaster there. Landing it a little bit left in the fairway is something I recommend. In addition to landing it left on the fairway, kind of utilizing the back slope and back spin the way that I did to kind of cut that angle out to where you can't hop it into the bunker or rough, is going to be a good strategy. So good luck with that one, and I'll see you guys for hole number 3.